Let's try this again. Did it before. I just fucking rattled on drunk for like 16 minutes. I don't need to go that long for this. Yeah. Let's talk about choice. This is something that's been kind of annoying me a little bit, worrying me a bit, in a way, you know? And there's this whole digital trend with currency. Now, I left, I left home at 13. Not because bad upbringing or not. I was just a terrible kid. But anyway, I digress. I left home at 13. And child safety was doing bugger all. All I had was my guitar. And, well, yeah, so the only reason I had any food in this old gut here, it's, you know, I'm a scrawny bloke, obviously. Don't eat too much, but still gotta eat. And the reason I had food in my stomach was because, here it is, right in fucking front of me. It's because of this. That, right there. Cash. I can feel it in your hands. You can see it in front of you. You can count it in front of you. Fucking means something. I would have starved to death on the side of the street when I was a kid if it was all digital. There's no fucking way I could afford to fucking go out and buy some card reader. Like, no, don't get me wrong, like, it's easier now having like an ATM in every corner and being able to, without even pulling the cash out, just pull your old card out and go fucking, you know, meep, fucking tap away and buy it that way. As opposed to having a fucking, going down to the bank every paycheck, or if you're in a rural place, go down to the fucking post office and get your fucking paycheck out of the way. You know, and I only have that choice. Like, don't get me wrong, it's better now than it is before, you know. Past is always the worst. But the future isn't looking too great. Because if we're all going to go only digital, if we're going proper cashless, we've only got this. So, that busker on the side of the street, to get out and perform, or fucking plays tunes or whatnot, or fucking dance, or fucking sell art, or whatever it is that they, you know, street performer does, fire to well, or whatever it is, they've got to have a card reader, and it's got to be tracked, you know. Government has to know what's happening with the money. So, what happens when your kid loses a tooth, or a baby tooth? What happens when that falls out? Has the kid got you already opened the bank account for the kid? Fucking, oh, I put money in your kiddie account. You'll see it when you're an adult. No. Fucking, bye-bye tooth fairy. What happens when an old mate and fucking an old lady wants to have a bloody garage sale? They've got to go and buy a card reader. One of these bloody squares or whatever they are. We can have one of them. See you later, good garage sales. What happens when you don't even have an internet connection? Fucking trying, you know, fucking trying to buy fucking groceries or anything like that, let alone having fucking money for a drink down at the pub. No. Cash is king. And as well, when people are tapping away with their cards and stuff, they're not even thinking, they're not seeing it in front of them, they're not seeing what's leaving their hands. They're just tapping this bit of plastic, and it's like it's like a never-ending can of beans or whatever. In their minds, they're not seeing it as a limited source of income until it's all gone, and they tap their card and it's like, meh, no go. And the other thing is, already, when you hop on a train, or a tram, or a bus, a lot of places in this country, gotta pull out this, buddy. If you're in Queensland, a go card. If you're in Victoria, buddy, a Mikey card. Or if you're in bloody New South Wales, or wherever, whatever the hell they call it there, because, well, I mean, let's face it, it's Sydney, New South Wales. No one gives a shit. Then the reason we pay attention, anytime we ever pay attention to that little corner of our country is, when elections are happening and shit, because all you Sydney slickers are, you're not even Aussie, you're just fucking weird cunts. But yeah, we've got to tap our card to hop on a train or whatnot. Now, sure, you can still, some places, buy a little paper ticket and whatnot, but it's cheaper to use this. This little thing you've got to pay $5 for, and then put money on it. Discounts all of a sudden when you're tapping away and whatnot. And then little machines they have when you to top these up, at least here in Queensland. You put $5 in, $10 in. You can't put coins in. It's got to be It's got to be notes. Put $5 in. You put $10 in. Put $20 in. Yeah, it'll work fine. Now the machine will say it accepts 50s. But the moment you go and put that $50 note in, it's gone. The machine just doesn't want to read it. Just like how there's a little coin slot in the machine, but they don't use it anymore. If you walk up to the little ticket booth, the bloke or the lady behind it, go and give him your card, pull out your wallet, give him some cash. No. You got to do it with this. But at least here in Queensland, you can tap this on the little go card reader, your card, and just use the card to get on the train these days. So it's like, what's the point of this then? Right? The point is taking away your choice. Because cash gives you more choices than the card does. With digital currency and just the card, you are restricted to the choices the powers that be say it's not legal or anything, but socially acceptable to make. With the card, you're given the freedom to make that choice for yourself as to where you're going to spend your cash. It doesn't just have to go to the people that can afford a card reader or whatever. I'm not talking freedom as in the way all them Americans talk about it. Like, I got my guns in the back of my pickup truck. That's freedom. Freedom. No, not that kind of freedom. I mean, actual freedom, mate. Like, the freedom of choice, and as well, the freedom of information. So when you give someone cash, you know that cash is going to where you're handing it, right? From then on, it's whatever they do with it. But with the card, you don't even know where it's going half the time when you tap this. Like, all these companies that run these little meters and shit, they're all taking their little slice and whatnot. What are they doing with the money, Like, it just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't. I don't know. As well, all the reasons for it, it's crime, runs on money. It's like, I'm sorry, but the amount of time I bought weed by pay IDing some bloke, you're fucking joking if you think only cash works for that. Or you fucking barter something else. Like, when I was homeless as a kid, you go to Woolies or Coles, dack a bunch of meat, stuff it down your dack, walk out. You fucking go trade the, $100 worth of meat for fucking 20 or $50 worth of green, Just, you take away that choice, the illegal powers that be will find their own way to still have that choice. And so the only people that are without a choice are the law-abiding citizens. So why take away their choice to give their kid a bit of pocket money, or tip a busker, or, buy something at a garage sale, or just spend their money when there's no fucking internet connection? It's like all these sci-fis and whatnot, like The Expanse comes to mind, out on the belt they're talking about, their script, going to spend some script. You never see it. It's all digital transaction. There's any shady shit and whatnot, they use still digital stuff, or like gambling chips, and they use those. The point I make there is they're finding their own way around it. They'll barter something that's still worth something, like. Yeah, no. Digital currency doesn't hurt criminals or anything like that. It only hurts the people with cash in their wallet. It hurts your choice as a law-abiding citizen. Because then, as well, look, as much as I believe in government and whatnot, the government, they're there to maintain society and whatnot. They're not there to rule it. The whole point of fucking democracy is that we rule ourselves. So yeah, if you're gonna sit there and blow, tap away and say that the world should be cashless and shit like that, you're full of yourself. You're a sheep. You're a fucking meh. Fuck yeah. Cash is king. So whenever you get a fucking paycheck from work or whatever, or from the dole or whatever it is, pull that shit out of an ATM. Spend what you have to spend on, your online subscriptions or, whatnot. Or if it's convenient, you can always choose to pay your bills and whatnot. Pull as much out in cash as possible. Keep spending that cash. Anyway, I rambled for just about as long as my first attempt at this. But, well, we'll stick with this one. It'll do. Have a good night, folks.